Right now, you think you're awake, but you're not. You're dreaming with your eyes open. And the strangest part is you've been doing this your entire life without ever noticing it. You've driven somewhere and don't remember the drive. You've scrolled for 30 minutes without realizing it. You've had entire conversations while thinking about something else. You thought that was distraction. It wasn't. That was you, asleep. Because being awake has nothing to do with having your eyes open. Most people live their whole lives with their eyes wide open and never wake up once. This is not philosophy. This is not metaphor. This is the most uncomfortable truth you will ever hear about yourself. You are not awake. You are dreaming with your eyes open. And once you see it, you can never unsee it. Let me show you exactly what I mean. Let me tell you something fundamental, something most people never question. Your senses, you think you see reality. You think you hear truth, but you're wrong. Your eyes are just mechanical devices. Your ears are just instruments. They can function only mechanically. And here's the problem. If your eyes are ill, they will report differently. If your eyes are drugged, they will report differently. If your eyes are filled with memory, they will report differently. Think about love. An ordinary woman can become the most beautiful person in the world if you see through love. Your eyes are filled with love, and suddenly they report something completely different. The same person can appear the ugliest if your eyes are filled with hate. So what are you seeing? The person or your own projection? Your ears work the same way. They can hear something which has not been said. They can miss something which is being said. You cannot rely on them. They are not reliable. These are just mechanical devices. So then what is true knowledge? Direct cognition means a face-to-face encounter without any mediator, without any media, without any agent. When there is no one between you and reality, no bridge, then it is direct cognition. But ordinarily, even your eyes themselves are a mediation, and truth is hidden behind them. You are hearing me, but this is not direct. You are hearing me through the ears. You are seeing me through the eyes. But your eyes can only report to you. You can only refer to them. You need not believe them, because you cannot rely on them. Only in deep meditation, when you don't use the senses, direct cognition becomes possible. When one comes to know their innermost being, the innermost being directly, that is direct cognition. All your senses are bypassed. Nobody has reported this. There is no mediator. You are face to face. This is the first basic source of right knowledge. When you know something and you do not depend on anybody else. Here's the question that should disturb you. You may know the whole world, but if you have not known the innermost core of your being, your whole knowledge is false. It is not really knowledge. It cannot be true. Because the first basic right knowledge has not happened to you. Your knowledge is based on the reports given by the senses. But how can you be certain that senses are reporting right. In the night you dream. While dreaming, you start believing in the dream that it is true. Your senses are reporting the dream. Your eyes are seeing it. Your ears are hearing it. You may be touching. Your senses are reporting you. That's why you fall under the illusion that it is real. But in the morning you wake, it may be just a dream. How can you be certain that I am speaking to you in reality right now? It is possible it may be just a dream. You are dreaming. Every dream is true while you dream. There was a master. Last night he had a dream that he had become a butterfly. In the morning, the disciples laughed when he told them. They said, "This is just a dream." But listen, the master said, if I can become a butterfly in a dream, a butterfly may be dreaming that it has become me. How do I know whether I am not a butterfly's dream, whether I am not facing this reality, or this is again a dream? There is no impossibility in this. You cannot rely on the senses. In the dream they deceive you. If you are drunk, your senses are deceiving you. You start seeing things which are not there. But there's something even more fundamental that's distorting your perception. Memory. Memory is the calling of past experiences. Continuously memory is happening. Whenever you see something, immediately memory comes in. You have seen me before, you see me again. Immediately memory comes. If you had seen me 5 years before, then the picture of 5 years in the past will come into your eyes and fill your eyes, and you will see me through that picture. That's why if you have not seen your friend for many days, the moment you see them, you immediately say you are looking very thin, or you are looking very unhealthy, or you have gathered fat. Why? Because you are comparing. The memory has come in. The man himself is not aware that he has changed. He has become thin. But you become aware because immediately you can compare the past. The last picture comes in and immediately you compare. And this memory is continuously there, being projected on everything you see. This past memory has to be dropped. It is a constant interference in your life because it doesn't allow you to know the new. You always know in the pattern of the old. It doesn't allow you to feel the new. It makes everything old and broken. Because of this memory, everybody is bored. The whole humanity is bored. From birth to death, there is nothing new. Look at why children are ecstatic for such simple things that you cannot imagine. This happens just for a few colored stones on the beach, and they start dancing. What is happening to them? Why can't you feel that? Because you know those are just stones. Your memories tell you this. And for those children, there is no memory. Those stones are new phenomena, as if they have reached to the moon. I was reading when the first man reached the moon, all over the world there was excitement. Everybody was looking on their TV, but within 15 minutes everybody was bored, finished. What do you do now? The man is walking on the moon. After just 15 minutes, and this dream has taken millions of years to reach, and nobody is more interested. What is happening? everything becomes old immediately. It is memory that is controlling this. If you can drop your memory, dropping doesn't mean that you cease to remember. Dropping only means this constant interference. When you need it, you can pull it back to focus. But when you don't need it, just let it be there. It must not come continuously. If it continuously present, it will not allow the present to be. And if you miss present, you miss all. Now let me tell you about something extraordinary. Even when we are awake, we are not awake. When we sleep, how can we be awake? When we are awake, we are not awake. But there is a way. When you are awake, you have to be more aware, more and more intensely awake. And then you have to try with the dream. In the dream, you have to be alert. Only if you succeed with the waking state, then with the dreaming state, then you will be able to succeed with the third state, deep sleep. During the day, conscious walking. Try to be aware. Don't just go on walking automatically, mechanically. Be alert of every movement, of every breath that you take. Be alert of every other movement that you are doing, of every person you look at. Be alert what you are doing. Be alert and do it. Alert with alertness. And then in the night, when you are falling into sleep, try to remain alert. The last phase of the day will be passing. Memories will be floating. Remain alert and try to fall asleep with alertness. Yes, it will be difficult, but if you try, within a few weeks, you will have a glimpse. You are asleep and alert, even for a single moment, and it is so beautiful. It is so blissful that you will never be the same again. And then you will not say that sleep is just wasting time. It can become the most precious moment, because then the waking state goes and the sleeping state starts. There is a change of gear inside. It is just like changing gears in a car. When you change gear from one gear to another, for a single moment between these two, there is neutral gear. There is no gear. That moment of neutral gear is very significant. The same happens in the morning when you move from sleep to waking. There is a moment when you are neither awake nor asleep. In that moment, there is no gear. The mechanism is not functioning. Your automatic personality is nullified in that moment. In that moment, your old habits will not force you into certain patterns. In that moment, you can escape and become alert. There are two such moments. One in the night when you go from waking to sleep, and another in the morning when you again move from sleep to waking. And these two moments have been called the moments of prayer, the period in between. Because then your personality is not there for a single moment. In that single moment, you are pure, innocent. If in that moment you can become alert, your whole life will have changed. You have put in motion a transformation. And then there are methods how to be alert in the dream state. Do one thing. If you want to try, first try in the waking state. When you succeed in the waking, then you will be able to succeed in the dreaming, because dreaming is deeper. More effort will be needed. more difficult also, because what to do in a dream and how to do it. Gurdjieff developed a beautiful method. It is one of the old Tibetan methods. The method is this: just falling into sleep, you try to remember one thing, any one thing, just a rose flower. Just visualize a little flower. And just go on thinking that you will see it in the dream. Visualize. And go on thinking that in the dream, this rose flower must be there. Visualize this flower. See everything. Feel it so it becomes alive inside. And with that rose flower, fall asleep. Within a few days, you will be able to bring that flower into your dream. This is a great success, because now you have created at least a part of the dream world. You have created at least one part of the dream. The flower has come, and this is the moment. You see the flower, you will immediately remember, this is the dream. There is no other need. The flower and this is the dream have become associated, because you have created the flower in the dream. And you were thinking continuously for this flower to appear in the dream. And the flower has appeared. Immediately you will recognize this is the dream. And the whole quality of the dream will change. The moment you recognize that you are dreaming, you have become alert, and then you can enjoy the dream in a new way, just like a film. And then if you want to stop the dream, you can simply stop it, put an end to it. But that will take a little more practice. And then you can create your own dream. There is no need to be a victim of dreams. You can create your own dream. You can live your own dreams. You can have a theme just before you fall into sleep. You can direct your dreams just like a film director, and you can create a dream. This is what Tibetans have used, dream creations. Because through dream creation, you can change your total mind structure. And when you succeed in this, then you can succeed in deep sleep. But there is no technique for sleep, because there is no content. A technique can work only with content. Because there is no content, no technique can help. But through a dream, you will learn to be aware. And that awareness can be carried on into deep sleep. Let me be more specific about this memory that is destroying your life. Continuously, memory is happening. Whenever you see something, immediately memory comes in, and this starts to distort everything. You have seen me before, you see me again. Immediately memory comes. If you had seen me 5 years before, then the picture of 5 years, the past will come into your eyes and fill your eyes. And you will see me through that picture. This is why when you meet someone after a long time, the first thing you notice is the difference. You are looking very thin. You have gained weight. You look tired. Why? Because you are comparing. The memory has come in. The man himself is not aware that he has gathered weight or become thin. But you become aware because immediately you can compare the past. The last picture comes in and immediately you compare. And this memory is continuously there, being projected on everything you see. This past memory has to be dropped. It is a constant interference in your life because it doesn't allow you to know the new. You always know in the pattern of old. It doesn't allow you to feel the new. It makes everything old and broken. Because of this memory, everybody is bored. The whole humanity is bored. From birth to death, there is nothing new. Look at children. Why are children ecstatic for such simple things that you cannot imagine? A few colored stones on the beach and they start dancing. What is happening to them? Why can't you feel that? Because, those are just stones. Your memories tell you this. And for those children, there is no memory. Those stones are new phenomena, as if they have reached to the moon. When the first man reached the moon, all over the world there was excitement. Everybody was looking on their TV, but within 15 minutes, everybody was bored. What do you do now? The man is walking on the moon after just 15 minutes. And this dream has taken millions of years to reach, and nobody is more interested. What is happening? Everything becomes old immediately. It is memory controlling this. If you can drop your memory, dropping doesn't mean that you cease to remember. Dropping only means this constant interference. When you need it, you can pull it back to the focus. But when you don't need it, just let it be there. It must not come continuously. If it is continuously present, it will not allow the present to be. And if you miss present, you miss all. Think about what this means for your life. Right now, this moment, you are not here. You are somewhere in your memory. The past is playing in your mind like a film. Or you are in the future, planning, worrying, imagining. But you are not here. You are not present. And this moment, this precious moment, is passing you by. The senses deceive you. Memory distorts everything, and you go through life asleep, believing you are awake. This is the tragedy of human existence. People live 70, 80, 90 years, and they never wake up. Not even for a single moment. They die as they were born. Asleep, unconscious, mechanical, but it doesn't have to be this way. There is another possibility. You can wake up. You can become alert. You can experience direct cognition, face to face with reality, without any mediator. You can drop the constant interference of memory. You can see things fresh, like a child seeing colored stones for the first time. But it requires effort. It requires practice. It requires a deep urge, not just a superficial wish. You have to work with your waking state first. Be alert. Be aware of every movement, every breath, every thought. And then, in the night, as you fall asleep, try to remain alert. Try to catch that twilight moment, that neutral gear, when your personality dissolves and you are pure, innocent, fresh, and then practice with your dreams. Use the rose flower method. Visualize the flower as you fall asleep. Think continuously, I will see this in my dream. And when the flower appears in your dream, you will recognize this is a dream. And in that moment, you become the director. You are no longer the victim. You can create your own dreams. You can change your mind structure. This is not just philosophy. This is not just interesting ideas to think about. This is practical. This is a method. This is a way to transform your entire existence, from sleep to waking, from unconsciousness to consciousness, from mechanical living to Zen living. But you have to do it. No one can do it for you. I can show you the way. I can explain the method. But you have to walk the path. You have to practice. You have to make the effort. And if you do, everything changes. The way you see the world, the way you experience life, the way you relate to others, everything becomes fresh, new, alive. Because you are no longer seeing through the filters of memory and mechanical senses. You are seeing directly, face to face with reality. So remember this, even when we are awake, we are not awake. The senses deceive you constantly. Memory makes everything old and boring, but there is a way out. There is a method. You can become truly awake. You can experience life directly, without mediators. It starts now, this moment, not tomorrow, not someday, when you have more time. Now, be alert, be aware. Watch your breath, watch your thoughts, watch the memory rising and falling, and in the night, as you fall asleep, remain alert. Catch that twilight moment. Practice with the rose flower. Become the director of your dreams, and slowly, gradually, you will wake up, not just from sleep, but from the dream of your entire life. And when you do, you will see that you were never really living before. You were just going through the motions, mechanical, asleep, unconscious. But now you can truly live, awake, alert, present, direct cognition, face to face with existence itself. This is the invitation. This is the possibility. The rest is up to you. You haven't experienced anything fresh in years. Everything you call reality is filtered, second-hand, replayed. That's why nothing feels new anymore, not because life changed, but because you stopped seeing it. You're not living, you're remembering. Let me explain the practice in more detail, because this is not just theory, this is something you can actually do tonight. Right now, first, understand the waking practice. During the day, as you go about your normal activities, try to be aware. This is simple to understand, but difficult to do. Simple because the instruction is clear. Just be aware, aware of what you are doing, aware of your movements, aware of your breath, aware of your thoughts, aware of your surroundings. But difficult because your habit is to be unaware. Your habit is to be mechanical. You walk, but you are not aware that you are walking. Your mind is somewhere else, thinking about the past, planning the future, worrying about something, imagining something, anywhere except here where your feet are actually walking. You eat, but you are not aware of eating. You are reading the newspaper, watching television, talking to someone, Your mouth is chewing, swallowing, but you are not present. You don't taste the food. You don't feel the texture. You don't experience the act of eating. It is mechanical. You talk to people, but you are not really there. You are thinking about what you will say next. You are preparing your response. You are judging them. You are comparing them with others. You are anywhere except actually listening to them, actually seeing them, actually being present with them. This is the normal human state, absent, mechanical, asleep. Even while walking, talking, eating, working, always somewhere else, never here, never now. And this has become such a deep habit that you don't even notice it anymore. It feels normal. It feels like this is just how life is. But it doesn't have to be this way. You can be aware. You can be present. You can actually be here while you are here. This is the first practice. During the day, in your normal activities, try to be aware. Start with simple things. When you walk, know that you are walking. Feel your feet touching the ground. Feel the movement of your legs. Be aware of your breath as you walk. This is all. Nothing complicated. Just be present while walking. When you eat, just eat. Taste the food, feel the texture, experience the temperature. Be aware of chewing, of swallowing. Don't read, don't watch television. Don't let your mind wander. Just be present with the food. This is eating meditation. When you talk to someone, listen, really listen, not just to the words, but to the tone, to the emotion, to what is not being said. Look at them, see them, be present with them. This is all. This is the practice during the day. Just being aware, just being present, just being here and now. And I tell you, if you practice this during the day, something will start to change. Because awareness has a quality. It is like a light. When you bring awareness to something, it changes. Not because you are trying to change it, but because awareness itself transforms. When you are aware while walking, walking becomes different, more alive, more real. When you are aware while eating, eating becomes a totally different experience. Food tastes better. Everything is more vivid, more present, more real. When you are aware while talking, communication becomes deeper, more authentic, more meaningful. So this is the first step. During the day, practice awareness. In simple activities, walking, eating, breathing, talking, whatever you are doing, be aware that you are doing it. Be present with it. This is the foundation. And then at night, when you are ready to sleep, this is when the real practice begins. As you lie down, as you prepare to sleep, try to remain aware. This is more difficult than the daytime practice because sleep is coming, tiredness is there. The body wants to let go, the mind wants to drift away, but you try to remain aware. Watch the day passing. The memories of the day will float by. Let them float. Don't hold them. Don't push them away. Just watch, like watching clouds in the sky. They come, they pass, you just watch. Remain aware. The body is becoming relaxed. The mind is becoming quiet. But you remain alert, watching, aware, and then comes that moment, that twilight moment between waking and sleeping. This is the most important moment. This is what I was talking about before. The neutral gear, the gap between two states. In that moment, your personality is not there. Your habits are not there. Your automatic patterns are not there. You are pure, fresh, innocent. If you can catch this moment, if you can remain aware in this moment, something tremendous happens. You taste a different quality of consciousness. A consciousness without personality, without ego, without the mechanical patterns. Pure consciousness, unconditioned, free. This is difficult to explain. It has to be experienced. But those who have experienced it, they know. It is like a door opening, a door to a different dimension, a different way of being. And once you have tasted it, even for a moment, you are never the same again. Because now you know there is something beyond the mechanical mind, beyond the personality, beyond the habitual patterns. There is pure awareness, and this awareness can be cultivated. It can be deepened through practice, night after night, catching that twilight moment, remaining aware, and slowly, this awareness starts to penetrate even into sleep. You become aware in sleep, not the dream state, but deep sleep, dreamless sleep, and yet aware. This is the ultimate awareness, aware in deep sleep, but this comes later. First, practice with the waking state, then with the twilight moment, then with dreams. And then, if you are persistent, if you are sincere, it will penetrate into deep sleep also. Now about the dream practice. This is what Gurdjieff taught. A beautiful method, an old Tibetan method, very simple but very powerful. As you are falling asleep, as you are in the twilight state, visualize a rose flower, just a simple rose. See it clearly, the color, the petals, the shape. Make it vivid in your mind. And as you visualize this flower, keep thinking, I will see this flower in my dream. I will recognize this flower in my dream. Do this every night as you fall asleep. Visualize the rose. Think about seeing it in the dream. Feel it. Make it alive in your visualization. And then let sleep come. Don't fight sleep. Just keep the image of the rose as you drift off. Within a few days, within a week or two, something will happen. You will be in a dream, and suddenly there will be the rose flower, the same rose you have been visualizing, and in that moment you will remember, this is the dream. This is what I was visualizing before sleep. This is the rose I created. And immediately you will know this is a dream. And the moment you know you are dreaming, everything changes. The whole quality of the dream changes because now you are aware, you are conscious. You are not lost in the dream, you are watching the dream. You are aware that it is a dream, and this awareness gives you power. You can start to direct the dream. You can create your own dream. You can change the dream. This is not imagination. This is actual technique. Thousands of people have practiced this. It works, and it is one of the most powerful methods for developing awareness. Because if you can become aware in a dream, if you can remain conscious while sleeping, then during the day, staying aware becomes much easier. So this is the complete practice. During the day, be aware in your activities. At night, as you fall asleep, watch the twilight moment and use the rose flower technique to become aware in dreams. These three things together will transform your consciousness, will wake you up from the sleep that you call life. But remember, this requires effort. This requires persistence. You cannot do it once or twice and expect results. You have to do it every day. Make it a practice. Make it part of your life. And slowly, gradually, you will start to see the results. You will start to feel more alive, more present, more awake. And eventually, you will experience what I am pointing to, direct cognition, pure awareness. Life without the filters of memory and mechanical senses. One more thing I must tell you about this statement. Even when we are awake, we are not awake. This goes very deep. Most people think they are conscious. They think they are aware. They think they are living consciously, but they are not. They are living mechanically, like robots, following programs, following conditioning, following patterns that were implanted in childhood. Watch yourself. Watch your reactions. When someone criticizes you, what happens? Immediately, anger arises, or hurt, or defensiveness. This is automatic. This is mechanical. You are not choosing to feel angry. It just happens. Someone pushes the button and the program runs. Anger. When someone praises you, what happens? Immediately, pleasure, happiness, pride, again, automatic, again, mechanical. Someone pushes the button and the program runs. Pleasure, this is not consciousness. This is unconsciousness. This is mechanical reaction. You are like a machine. Stimulus comes, response happens. No awareness, no choice, no consciousness, just mechanical reaction. And this is happening all the time, in every situation. Someone says something, you react. Something happens, you react. Always the same patterns, always the same programs running. Anger, fear, greed, jealousy, pride, hurt. All these are just programs, and you are running them unconsciously, mechanically. Real awareness means seeing these programs, watching these mechanical reactions, not being identified with them, not being lost in them, remaining aware, remaining conscious. This is the real meaning of being awake. Not just opening your eyes in the morning, but being conscious of your mechanical nature, watching it. And slowly, through this watching, the mechanical patterns start to dissolve. This is the real transformation. not changing your behavior, not trying to become better, but becoming aware. Because when awareness comes, transformation happens by itself. You don't have to do anything. Awareness itself transforms. So remember, even when you think you are awake, you are probably not. You are probably mechanical, following patterns, reacting unconsciously. But you can wake up through practice, through awareness, through presence. You can become truly conscious, truly alive, truly awake. And when you do, everything changes. Life is no longer boring, no longer repetitive, no longer mechanical. Every moment is fresh, every moment is new, every moment is a miracle, because you are seeing it without the burden of memory, without the filter of conditioning, without the mechanical reactions. You are seeing it directly as it is, fresh, alive, real. This is my invitation to you. Wake up. Not tomorrow, not someday, now, this moment. Be aware, be present, be here. Drop the burden of memory, drop the mechanical patterns, drop the unconscious reactions, and just be here, now, awake. The rose flower is waiting in your dreams. The twilight moment is there every night. The present moment is always here. All you have to do is be aware, be present, be awake. Will you? The choice, as always, is yours. Before I finish, let me make something absolutely clear. This path of awareness, this path of waking up, is not for the weak. It is not for those who want comfort. It is not for those who want to remain asleep but dream that they are awake. It requires courage. It requires honesty. It requires a deep commitment. Because when you start to wake up, when you start to become aware, you will see things about yourself that you have been avoiding your whole life. You will see your mechanical nature. You will see how you react unconsciously. You will see how you are living in memory, not in the present. You will see how your senses deceive you. You will see how you have been asleep your whole life. This can be painful. This can be disturbing. This can shake you. Many people, when they start to see this, they turn back. They prefer to remain asleep. They prefer the comfort of unconsciousness. They prefer the familiar patterns, even if those patterns are causing suffering, because at least they are familiar. At least they are known. But if you have the courage to continue, if you have the honesty to look at yourself without turning away, if you have the commitment to stay with the practice, even when it is difficult, then something beautiful starts to happen. The pain transforms into freedom. The disturbance settles into peace. The shaking gives way to stability. A different kind of stability. Not the stability of unconsciousness, but the stability of awareness. You start to see that you are not these mechanical patterns. You are not these unconscious reactions. You are not this burden of memory. You are something deeper, something more fundamental. You are pure awareness, pure consciousness. And these patterns, these reactions, These memories, they are just clouds passing in the sky of your awareness. They come, they go, but you remain always here, always now, always aware. This realization changes everything, because now you know who you are, not the personality, not the ego, not the mechanical patterns, but the awareness itself, the consciousness itself, pure, unconditioned, free. And from this awareness, life becomes simple, not easy, but simple. Because you are no longer identified with the complications. You are no longer lost in the mechanical patterns. You are just aware, just present, just here. Problems still come, challenges still arise, pain still happens, but your relationship with them changes. You don't resist them. You don't run from them. You don't get lost in them. You remain aware. You watch. You respond consciously, not react unconsciously. And this makes all the difference. So this is my final message to you. Wake up tonight. Tonight, when you fall asleep, watch that moment carefully. If you catch it, everything changes, because then you'll see you were never awake. Use the rose flower method tonight. Watch yourself fall asleep, and when you wake tomorrow morning, ask yourself this question: am I awake now, or am I still dreaming? The rose flower is waiting. The twilight moment comes every night. All you have to do is be aware. The rest will follow by itself. Are you awake, or are you still asleep?